Yeah, trap music, all black. Still, I'm that stupid. Still down to do it if you act stupid. Get locked up and get back to it, yeah. Trap music, all black. Get locked up and get back to it, yeah.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Taco Charlton coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down, 2 yards to go. He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. David Irving forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He can run for it, and he will. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A first down carry here for Johnson. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And some space here. Open space inside the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. No.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Back to throw here. Flushed out right. Got him in. Open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Detroit! All right, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. To throw now on 1st down. Screenplay, Johnson. Always got some breathing room. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And again the footwork. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That goes for a gain of 31. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff. Johnson. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense? Right? Even exists. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And this one's incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and now it's third down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you've got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Detroit!
Looking to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This complete left side to Aguilar. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, what a move. And now running right through it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully.
Right now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
No, check, Patriot, Patriot.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
Check. 4 down.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Check. Crunch.
They'll go with a keeper, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Watch him now, Barney. Over.
He's going to get it running. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
4 down. Check. Gun.
They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left to the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Chris Long. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll drop the throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Wallace. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
They'll throw now on the final play. Forced out to his left. And he's got some space here. Room to run past midfield. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll look to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Bailey got the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. And this is Hurts with it, right side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's Elliott. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run a deep route, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Being chased out left. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep in the direction of... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Cooper was the target there.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Gone, 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 gone.
They're going to look to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
3-19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's third and 3. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hurry up, here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. This quarterback now has hit on just 7 of 17 passes, 41%. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Gone!
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. His throw incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a third down. They'll drop the throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 18 yards there and a first down. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Back to throw here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And that will be incomplete as well.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that's caught by Beasley. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
All right, now, look at 56.
They'll look to throw again. And he whips that one incomplete there. Cooper was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
He may try and run for this. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines, offense on for 4th down.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll run it with Elliott. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. The Redskins have scored yet again. They've really opened that one up. Alex Smith, unbelievable thus far. Would you believe 6 touchdown passes? Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
4 down, 4 down. 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 4 down
They go to Johnson again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. They have gone final now in Cincinnati. And it was the Patriots that wound up winners in that one. Jacoby Brissett, a touchdown pass to help lead the way. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. And he'll stop the clock with 5 seconds to go there on the spike. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for...
I sound it.
Joey Tanner, big spender, Chris Jenner. frontin' like Pac out the court, hop out the Porsche, shake that, got that on menus the a la carte. Boy, I had to make my point about this wave. Watch for the sharks bounce, sharks bounce. I gave it up and talking Cuban links. Tell her ain't no weak link in my Cuban link. Only like my age. We was gangin' since the platinum FUBU days. I got dreams of being Hova out your movie, yay. Listen, babe, so good you think I'm cool with yay. Okay, my diamonds dancing, I could Lisa Ray. Life is hard, but it's easy being truthful, baby. For real, overload. This is like I got like my pinky. Money, baby, we don't pay, but ain't ours. Bet it back, I bet I match it like the same style. Chopsticks for beef from shutting PF chains down. I gave you prophecy, my first one, then you lamed out. Luckily, sold, but it wasn't for me. Still the flow raw, peep the way I bubble in these streets. Who can with me?
Nikki, baby.
Go.
Hoping I ain't lose religion, text and prayer hands, hope the message sending on. Know I've been blessed, I've been seeing prophets, musty yellow shirts, louder than the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling out of body, safe to say the man got me on. Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me now?
The Chargers are now on the clock.
Hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me now? System, been the one I'm kissing. Why might extensions out of look like expeditions on? Man, it's too loud. Hear me in your city, cause when I start spitting.
The Bears are now on the clock.
Power steering, cruising to a better vision, y'all. Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me,
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
30 the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all the steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay. I know it's gotta hurt when you know you could have had a president. Guess that I would rather be the man. Maybe one day.
The Chargers are now on the clock.
But I still mean it. They've been trying to screw me, but I've been a genius. Daddy looking more like home since I made moves. Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me?
The Bears are now on the clock.
Can you hear me, hear me now?
The Vikings are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock.
with no hands and no will, no stopping. Flip your mind upside down, now you're nauseous. Projectile flow, make a weak man vomit. Off, now that man staying cautious. Going through the incoming traffic, all base slapping. In badges, catch a right hook like the verses don't matter. And I'm so tired of your flexing and trapping. I'm not full of fist stops, any chit chatter.
These stacks are French, but it ain't pink matter.
You was in the safe, blue pills in a mattress. Fraudulent, phony, I award you a Tony Award. You a good actress. Your girl silicone, your tributes all plastic. Back while I'm spazzing. Fall back. Fall back. Fall back. Fall back. Alright. Say, fall back like summer never came. Back, homie, you don't really want the flame. Feet deep, ganged up at the creek. If you wanna play beef, that's not a fair game. That's aces of spades, jack of all trades. Tucking the jewels, or they jacking your chain. Tuck with the crew and you catching the fade. That ain't a game, you should annihilate Twain. Don't be the lame that plays superhero. Cause that'd be the good way to lose your dentals. Tooth and dental, all incidental. Head banging on a too fresh instrumental. Not back to back where we go dumb, yo. Face all stuck like 100 dumb tacks. Bad in the city like it's bad brains in me with my face off.
Little homie.
Fall back. Oh, what? Oh, it just goes out like that? Nah. Settle down, won't you say? Settle down, I'm in black car racing.
The Saints are now on the clock.
It's not a game, yeah. Settle down, won't you say? Settle down, I'm in a black car racing through incoming lane, so insane. It's not a game.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
Fall back. Fall back. Fall back. Fall back.
Hey. Okay. Pocket through big day sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too culo. You and no Chad Hugo. Pocket through big day sumo. 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 Pull card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too culo. You and no Chad Hugo. Pocket through big day sumo. 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 Tell me who the hottest that you know. If it ain't me, you Curry get the flame calling Prince Zuko. Swimming through the money like a flounder. Hold up. I just want the knowledge and the power.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Eat it like chowder. Rada. Never gave a about $1. More money, me, more problems. Pray for me to fall like autumn. Cause I got it on my own with no help, man. Got a daddy, that's it, in myself, man. They need a new hope. Deal of a new. Giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be ET? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket through beat Rakish. Pocket through big day sumo.
The Packers are now on the clock.
Like judo. You act too culo. You and no Chad Hugo. Pocket through big day sumo. 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 Pull card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too culo.
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
Pocket through big day sumo. 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 Money doubles up like a duo. I just want the yen and the euro. The game up and leave my kids like judo. Money come around like a Hoover. Making free bands in the future. Pockets on the
Jaguars are now on the clock.
blue slot open. Money on my mind just like a tumor. Spread my money out and then I call that a rumor. Curry the is on the move, no Uber. People try to block it, shine like lunar. Eclipse when I take all my chips. When I pop off the like hummus, C-dip. Acrobat with the I'ma flip. Money flow like a battleship. Diddy the new hope. Deal of a new. Giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be ET? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket too big, Rakish. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like judo. Chad Hugo. Pockets too big, they sumo. 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 Pull card like Uno. Flip like Pluto. You act too kudo. You and her no Chad Hugo. Pockets too big, they sumo. Pockets too big, they sumo. Pockets too big, they sumo.
The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock.
I let my birds come in. Sounds like I see it's in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the they all from that. My diamonds, they all look at this, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the demon on flats. I got a in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the man. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming. They know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue. They know what tanks at. I got the that live in the mansion. They know what that. I got some that's up in the Jordan. They know what that. I came on top of the building. Yeah, my we had a plan. We came on top of the building. Yeah, my we never ran. Down there, thought that had a fan. Oh, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out. Yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truckers.
The Rams are now on the clock.
Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I got my. I go to hotels when I step out. Yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a.
The Browns are now on the clock.
I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happen when you give it a taste life, then you give it a wasteland. This what happen when you give it a fake life, and then the ape in. I let my birds come in. Sounds like I see it's in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. I let my birds come in. Sounds like I see it's in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle.
The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock.
The thicker the pie, thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Meet them a buying, now lacing no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it. The is mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. I ain't holding around. Just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for it out. She don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lane hags for a burger. Watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on the key, we was on roll like tires. What we gon' that? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, my. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm calling.
The Chargers are now on the clock.
Moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm, moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carlos, really running the best. Calm, moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm, moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of them, all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow joke.
The Bears are now on the clock.
Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back there. All in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl, hopping up about a
real, she was getting paid. She ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snicker bait. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
The Falcons are now on the clock.
Done. I've been finessing since the 8th grade, but now I'm getting paid just to show face.
The Bengals are now on the clock.
Most my, but they never fake. Still won't pay the bill, even if I ate.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
I don't go on dates, but I still get the cake. Cake. Toes on my page, they've been on my case. Block, block, in that same pace. I'm pretty, but I'm big popping. This ain't ordinary, got the gods watching. This ain't ordinary, that's my Drake. He told me I'm the realest and them fake. Never play the bench, I don't play it safe. Don't cut your nose just to spite your face. I stay living and I'm learning every day. Ay. Like I be chillin' with the real estate. Ay. You never set trends if you don't take risks. This ain't my opinion, that's a practice. Secure. The bag. Secure. The bag. Secure. The bag. Secure. The bag. I stay living and I'm learning every day. Not everybody.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
I work hard just to like this. I pray to God that he got this. I stay living and I'm learning every day. Not everybody wanna see you win the rest. I work hard just to like
The Rams are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, now it's by the stove. Big inside this case is one. Do me dirty, I'ma find you, lay your out on the.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
I got rich by myself, rather do this alone. I wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt.
The Texans are now on the clock.
You a star. I said, brother, hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself, I was too busy getting busy. Now they see me out in public and be known what my name is. All these rappers want the clout and the life of being famous. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming for my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up, these bands can hit the island for vacation. I've been on my haters, you could say I'm constipated. 5 racks on his fit, just to stunt while I'm in Vegas. On my body, shout out to my Caleb Young. Got the cake up, now these wanna date us. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to
Texans are now on the clock.
Steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Look into the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a...
The Panthers are now on the clock.
Yeah, for real, my is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. With the paper, see them lames later. Can't save her. Her stepped out, now she's saying what she really think. Open accounts no matter where we at. There and back, eyes barely open. I never it once and she two. That means it's can't. But my explosive train to go, my chain to glow. Everything you see I paid for. Gang or crow. For real, my is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. For real, my is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear.
They clear.
I'm shining from ear to ear.
I'm shining from ear to ear. Stand my ground, I ain't
The Chargers are now on the clock.
top of the stairs. These takers, they cannot compare.
The Jets are now on the clock.
I hit the stage and it showed. I'm in the game, I can't forfeit.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
Hop in the coupe and I swear for the latest. She get because I am the greatest. I stayed the same and then came out of changes. You wanna know what it's like to be famous? No, in public, skies me all of that. I'm ballin' like I got buckets, and they hate cause we stunt like nothing.
For real, my is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. For real, my is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. Yeah, I'm about to for real.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
Shorty got for real. If it's no masses for real, I want that for real. My for real. Running the game, you speak of me, put big homie in front of my name. For every one of you lames, y'all in original, they all sound the same. I stay ballin', money like
The Falcons are now on the clock.
They running, I can't call it. Got the bug, I think they caught it. I'm with bosses. For real, it's real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. For real, my is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear.
I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia.
The Broncos are now on the clock.
All day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze. Bad companies, bad for your company. Bad companies, bad for your company. Company in the ski mask in case you come for me. Got it in the ski mask in case you come for me.
The Bengals are now on the clock.
They don't want no beef when they say they got beef. They don't wanna eat if you said they want.
The Bears are now on the clock.
She put it on it. Had a bachelor's degree, PhD while selling spellings. Fix the face and fix the weed. Not working on the self-esteem. Hit a block, yo this flock. Where you at? Pin it. My new map location be the block on the app.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
You can't hang, baby. We don't want you around here.
The Rams are now on the clock.
In this froze, Santa's reindeer. You got bad.
The Texans are now on the clock.
Look, bro, you can't hang.
The Packers are now on the clock.
on coming.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
They looking at me, he owe me some money. Hit him with the night crumping. Why they playing games? They don't want no problems with me. My got good. You know I brought them. Might not hit a bad. Someone, and them were opposition. They move wrong. So I
Dark shades, too much. Got the belly see them. Acting brand new like I don't see it when I do. Who them folks? Going too close. Give me room, phony folks. Play it close, do the most. Don't think bad company, that's bad for your company. Bad company, that's bad for your company. Mad cow disease, now you in a ton of beef. Tucked underneath my new blue dunkeries. Flintstone.
The Ravens are now on the clock.
Rudy Pepper, Basil, Wilma, Betty, Fred, and Barney. Bad from out of town, I think she model Abercrombie. Wrist game, lucky charmy, told my jeweler leprechaun. I'ma come clean, I got beat. Paranoia got me rolling on my sleeves. Okay, hating 'cause I'm upping up the fees. Whole team got.
How come nobody's at the podium? That's because both teams are right now working on a trade.
Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze.
I'm above average.
Look at you go. Okay, you got it. Look. Go.
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Look at you go. Okay, you bumming. Look, yeah. One in the hand.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit out a jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. It's bad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how the poppin' and shaking. Got is a laser, my passage.
The Colts are now on the clock.
For the paper, had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me, bet on my bacon. Big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for
The Falcons are now on the clock.
Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubble. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubble. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'm in it all.
The Packers are now on the clock.
All the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all in that.
The Bears are now on the clock.
Better be all you can. Yeah. Super fly for the Dumbos. Plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young. Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean. But the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'ma stand up. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
No, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine.
The Texans are now on the clock.
I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks.
The Rams are now on the clock.
President, I'm a local. Cooking up
The
canal.
Texans are now on the clock.
Running out of time.
The Packers are now on the clock.
I don't do that.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
He's gonna get this.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
got Johnny Big Redemption like. Know what I'm talking about? Hold up.
The Chargers are now on the clock.
Get out the way, get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah. You either with me or against me, though. You either with me or win. Curve everything else. Win.
The Jets are now on the clock.
Win. Start chasing that. Win. Big J Rock go. On 10. Exit at 4. Bring friends. That black too dope. Jump in. You might wanna keep scope. I win. Forearm tattoos. That's squad. All of them go. Don't try. I walk in room. They eyes wide. Third album come soon. I'm glad y'all gon' die. I ain't chasing after no. I got bigger plans than staying rich. I been all on them. And your diamonds like tap water. That drip way too foggy. These VVS is way awesome. Pork CLS for drop to your death without warning. Get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah. You either with me or against me, though. You either with me or win. Curve everything else. Win. These ops say win. Start chasing that. Win. You clowns really don't stay outside when I play outside. I put the beats on them like Dre outside. I got the bounce
The
side.
49ers are now on the clock.
I bring the outside. Go and get your money. None of mine. On some funny. I can tell real by who you're running with. I'm all in the field. Duck hunt. Hit my just and he was like boop.
Yeah.
Knew just what it was. The whole and gave it back boop.
Yeah.
9/11, no malice, baby. But no violence, baby. My got callous, baby. My bare knuckles got talent, baby. I'm all in the wind with it. On Deuce line, I've been with it. She too fine, I've been crashed 2 times. I limo tinted my new ride. I'm riding with the 12 better not pull me over. Championship going dumb. Nothing to something I won. Get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah. You either with me or against me, though. You either with me or win. Curve everything else. Win. These ops ain't win. Start chasing that. Win.
The Bengals are now on the clock.
Pulling up in that new toy, the wrist on that boy, rock star like Pink Floyd, waving at rude boy, I'm waving at you boy, ran off on the 2 like true goy, imagine me do boy, you could never do what I do boy, still ducking that I did boy.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
For a hit boy, these ain't the same type of hits boy, can get boy, you don't take these type of risks, boy, cause this boy been throwing that like rich boy, you miss
The
boy.
Falcons are now on the clock.
Don't add up on the, that was 10 years ago. If you know, you know. Yeah. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. This thing of ours, oh, this thing of ours.
The Jets are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock.
I just happen to be alumni. Too legit, they still looking at me with one eye.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Keep is not corporate enough. Child, you ain't
The Seahawks are now on the clock.
rapper turn can't morph into us, but
The Bears are now on the clock.
dance contest for the I predict Al Roker. If you know, you know. I only ever looked up to you all get a bird. This Oprah. Players in ball shorts, coaching from the side of the ball court. If you know, you know. One stop like a wall.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
For the wrong sport. You know. If you know about the port, though it's supposed to be awkward. If you know. That's the reason we for circle round twice for the encore. If you know. You ever been hit with the water, then had to wait? Do you?
The Bills are now on the clock.
When we all clicking like Golden State, and you and your team are the motorcade. If you know. Been granting wishes like a genie to bad in two-piece bikinis. I've been hiding where you can see me. The skybox is right next to Riri's. Solely responsible for
the Saints are now on the clock.
On the front lines when started throwing bands. Where were you when Big brought the Tigers in? Cause I was busy.
The Rams are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock.
Coaching from the side of the ball court. If you know.
The Packers are now on the clock.
Like a Walmart. We got the for the wrong.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
If you know about the port, though it's supposed to be awkward. If you know.
The Jets are now on the clock.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know.
The Jets are now on the clock.
Hey, what's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. Keep the rest. Hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rafe in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
Hanging and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy, but later I'm counting the guap. Who gave you the voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie up. The big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check-in to go. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white.
The Saints are now on the clock.
Rafe in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your.
The Falcons are now on the clock.
With me, boy. Your hands and your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get you fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my sit the back that like a popo. Don't do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a polio. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got in the gently. Angry and friends with these. When I was down, I so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones.
The Packers are now on the clock.
Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Go and get that me on. And
the Browns are now on the clock.
I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you're not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you. Rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap, got a big band, it's like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with a no, it's time.
I got that check-in to go. A lot of these was lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rafe in the city that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like, but you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get funky with too groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a dub for a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that check to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No call. I want that caught.
The Seahawks are now on the clock.
But she love you, don't cut your.
The Bears are now on the clock.
Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like, but you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
The Vikings are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock.
No introduction really necessary. Get the message like a secretary. Boy, I'm legendary. When I'm dead and buried, still be kicking flavor in the cemetery. Trap music originator. Fresh off of my hiatus. Yelling you to all my haters. They skywalk, I'm Darth Vader. But promise I don't give a about them. Let them out 20 red till them don't need nothing. Yep, like in the Kango Enter. New Cadillac with an all-go hammer. Long as I remember.
The Chargers are now on the clock.
Used to getting things from a text, so I count setting numbers in the hood. Do what I say, do.
The Jets are now on the clock.
The 50 million year dot to make that middle. You vote for Trump.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
I ain't hearing no peace talk. Ain't funny, no hee-haw. Like the Black Panther week to the teeth. Try me weak. Swear to God, I could have been Freddie Gray. Or Mike Brown get down with a on me and a half a. Let me buy Sandra Bland. Listen, boy, you're challenged with the running man. I was challenged with a hand. What you see before you, what they told you from nothing, man. Grand hustle over everything. And hit the king like an 18-wheeler in and out of air lane. Never been a part of the in crowd. Got a problem with me? I said, y'all got the same friend that I came in with, ducking all that lane. Hey, everyone knows on go. I rolled in the 4x4. Believe if I kept gon' go see me with ain't gon' see them no more. They love when I talk that. Roll by the car lot when bought it. Caught case at the case and a phone. They will watch you give a that. I live that they rapping back, carrying them back what they capping back. Bankroll mama, we know it did. We cashing out, we bagging that. Stacking up, there's zero. Certified neighborhood hero. You can try one of them. Better not try with me though. Hey.
Bring it in. Roll it down by 2. We're gonna go out here, run this play for the win. Let's go get it. I formation, 28 sweeps, blue 14. Watch left. Hup, hup, hup.
We to the man, Atlanta hat caught to the left, turn to the back.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
Drop it out with Alabama at. That would give for trying to battle rap. Head, be one and done. No drive, but we running. Walk up to
the Eagles are now on the clock.
Money. Playing game, thinking show not funny till my young win for me.
The Falcons are now on the clock.
Don't nobody care about it. Don't nobody want to hear about it. You got problem, huh? Well, it's the same thing for everybody. I ain't gon' lie. I promise that a day go by. I ain't on the grind if I ain't on fire. If it one thing I want, then it can't go by. Trying to put 6 wheels on the Range Rover. I ain't finna play no game, that what you know. So if you think at the top, tell them move over. Modern day Tupac in a new hover. Know that now come with us and down. We dodge it, steady duck and clown. We chasing meals so we can put that down. Talk, but we run the town. But with millions in with no cap and gown. We're all in what happened now. Metal throne, concrete crown. Call that line, you getting beat. Real, what veteran. What academy. He still remember me when they were sick and needed their medicine. Better watch it, partner, you even around here thinking sweet. You got the wrong idea. Get left out there. Tell them so what? I kept trap music all black. Still, I'm that stupid. Still down to do it if you ask stupid. Get locked up and get back to it, yeah.
The Broncos are now on the clock.
Get locked up and get back to it, yeah.
I sound it.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
Okay, I'm back to school, you. This is open campus. This is, I should slap it open-handed. Tough life, I told her model she need lower standards. Asked her if she had a twin, I feel like Joey Tanner. Big spender, Kris Jenner, I promote the family. Kardashian, see the Benzo, she like, oh, it's happening. Think she called me, cause she never knew her daddy. And my all black, Rhythm Nation, Janet, boy, don't make me Jackson. Bodily, was underground. Frontin' like a ride with the mob. Why shouldn't I charge me, myself, and I? Play the odds, a yes man, it's just a bobblehead doll. Holler them all. Strutting like Pac out the court, hop out the Porsche. Shake that, got that on menus, the a la carte. Boy, I had to make my point about this wave. Watch for the sharks bounce. I gave it up and talking Cuban links.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Cuban link. Only like my age. We was gangin' since the platinum FUBU days. I got dreams.
The Bears are now on the clock.
Listen, babe, so good you think I'm cool with yay. Okay, my diamonds dancing, I could Lisa Ray. Life is hard, but it's easy being truthful, baby. For real. Overload. This is like I got like my pinky. Money, baby, we don't pay, it ain't ours. Bet it back, I bet
The Colts are now on the clock.
Chopsticks for beef, I'm shutting PF chains down. I gave you prophecy, my first one, then you lame down. Luckily, so, but it wasn't for me. Still the flow raw, peep the way I bubble in these streets. Who can with me?
Nikki, baby.
Go. The Bears are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock.
Can you hear me now?
The Texans are now on the clock.
Hear me now.
The Packers are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock.
Can you hear me now? Mama watching television, telling me avoid the system. Hoping I ain't lose religion, texting prayer hands, hope the message sending on. Know I've been blessed, I've been seeing prophets, musty yellow shirts, louder than the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling out of body, safe to say the man got me on. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
The Panthers are now on the clock.
And the one I'm kissing. Why might extensions that'll look like expeditions on? Man, it's too loud. Hit me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision, y'all. Can you hear me now? 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 Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all the steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay.
The Chargers are now on the clock.
When you know you could have had a president.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm probably kidding, but I still mean it. They've been trying to school me, but I've been a genius. Caddy looking more like home since I made moves. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
Chiefs are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock.
I don't know what these talking about. I'm the king of this gospel. Fall back. Guess who's back in the cockpit with no hands and no wheel, no stopping. Flick your mind upside down, naked arches, project down flow, make a weak man vomit. Off that I staying cautious, going through the incoming traffic, all base slapping. In badges, catch a right hook like the verses don't matter.
The Browns are now on the clock.
I'm not full of fist, stops any chit chatter.
These stacks are French, but it ain't pink matter.
You represent safe blue pills in a mattress. Fraudulent, phony, I award you a Tony Award. You a good actress. Your girl silicone, your tributes all plastic. Back while I'm spazzing. Fall back. Fall back. Fall back. Fall back. Alright. Say, fall back like summer never came. Back, homie, you don't really want the flame. Feet deep, ganged up at the creek. If you wanna play beef, that's not a fair game. That's aces of spades, jack of all trades. Tucking the jewels, or they jacking your chain. Tuck with the crew and you catching the fade. That ain't a game, you should like Twain. Don't be the lame that plays superhero. Cause that'd be the good way to lose your dentals. Tooth and dental, all incidental. Head banging on a too fresh instrumental. Not back to back where we go dumb, yo. Face all stuck like 100 dumb tacks. Banned in the city like it's bad brains in me with my face off.
Little homie.
Fall back. Oh, it just goes out like that? Nah.
Settle down, won't you say? Settle down.
I'm in black car, racing through the incoming lane, so insane. It's not a game, yeah.
Settle down, won't you say? Settle down.
I'm in a black car, racing through the incoming lane, so insane. It's not a game.
Fall back.
Hey. Okay. Pocket through big day sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her no chance, you go. Pocket through big day sumo. 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 Pull card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her no chance, you go. Pocket through big day sumo. 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 Tell me who the hunter that you know. If it ain't me, you Curry get the flame calling Prince Zuko. Swimming through the money like a flounder. I just want the knowledge and the power. Why the looking at me sour? Eat it like chowder. Rada. Never gave a about a dollar. More money, me, more problems. Pray for me to fall like autumn. Cause I got it on my own with no help, man. Gotta get it, that's it, in myself, man. They need a new hope, deliver new, giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be ET? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket through beat Rakishi. Pocket through big day sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her no chance, you go. Pocket through big day sumo. 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 Pull card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her no chance, you go. Pocket through
duo. Money doubles up like a duo. I just want the yen and the euro. The game up and leave my kids like judo. Money come around like a Hoover. Making free bands in the future. Pockets on the look super. Bills on me blue slot Cooper. Money on my mind just like a tumor. Spread my money out and then I call that a rumor. Curry the is on the move, no Uber. People try to block it, shine like lunar. Eclipse when I take all my chips. When I pop off the like hummus, see them. Echo back with the I'ma flip. Money flow like a battleship. Diddy the new. Deliver new. Giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be ET? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket too big, Rakishi. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too culo. You and her no Chad Hugo. Pocket too big, they sumo. 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 Pull card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too culo. You and her no Chad Hugo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo.
I live with birds come in. Sounds like I seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the demon on flat. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the man. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they spamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the that live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the Jordan, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, my we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, my we never ran. Down there, thought that had a fan. Oh, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I got my. I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a. Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happen when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life and then the aping. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle.
Thicker the ply, thicker the bag. Mean I'm buying, not leasing no beamer. I'm buying no gun, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way and the way I made it. The is mad. Man in them baggers, I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around. Just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for it out. She don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lane. Asked for a burger, watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires. Where we gon' that? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag.
these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carlos, really running the best. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed.
Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of them all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow Joe, kill mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snigger bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag, I probably should.
I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carlos, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carlos, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed.
Done. I've been finessing since the 8th grade, but now I'm getting paid just to show face. If you want me, tell that gay. Most my but they never fake. Still won't pay the bill even if I ate. I don't pay for meals, I don't go on dates, but I still get the cake. Cake. Toes on my page, they've been on my case. Block in that same pace. I'm pretty, but I'm big poppin'. This ain't ordinary, got the gods watching. This ain't ordinary, that's my Drake. He told me I'm the realest and them fake. Never play the bench, I don't play it safe. Don't cut your nose just to spite your face. I stay living and I'm learning every day. Like I be chillin' f***ing with the real estate. You never set trends if you don't take risks. This ain't my opinion, that's a practice. Secure. The bag. Secure. The bag. Secure. The bag. Secure. The bag.
I stay living and I'm learning every day. Not everybody wanna see you in the rest. I work hard just to like this. I pray to God that he got this. I stay living and I'm learning every day. Not everybody wanna see you in the rest. I work hard just to like this. I pray to God that he got this.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, I was by the stove. Big inside this cases once. Do me dirty, I'ma find you, lay your out on the floor. 19 with a I got rich by myself. Rather do this alone, I wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone, he said, broski, you a star. I said, brother, hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was...
All right, get moving, man. I don't want to see anyone
like
walking around.
I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I'm eating sleepy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow.
Here we go.
Welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself, I was too busy getting. Now
This is it. You only got one shot. Time to go for gold.
All right, man, bring it in tight, bring it in tight. Let me tell you something. That was the best practice of the season. Not a single mental mistake.
I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. For real, for real. My is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear.
They clear.
I'm shining from ear to ear.
I'm shining from ear to ear. Stand my ground, I ain't showing no fear. I done came up like the top of the stairs. These takers, they cannot compare. I'm in the crowd with the mosh pit. I hit the stage in the show. I'm in the game, I can't forfeit. Honestly, I'ma make more hits. Hop in the coupe and I swerve the latest. She get because I am the greatest. I stayed the same and then came out of changes. You wanna know what it's like to be famous? No, in public, skies me all of that. I'm ballin' like I got buckets. And they hate cause we stunt like nothing.
For real, for real. My real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. For real, for real. My real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. Yeah. I'm about to for real. I'm about to cash for real. Shorty got for real. If it's no masses for real, I want that for real. My for real. Running the game. You speak of me, put big homie in front of my name. For every one of you lames, y'all ain't original. They all sound the same. I stay ballin'. Money like a faucet. It stay running. I can't call it. Got the bug, I think they caught it. I'm with bosses. For real, for real. It's real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. For real, for real. My is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear.
I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze. Bad companies, bad for your company. Bad companies, bad for your company. Company in the ski mask in case you come for me. Got it in the ski mask in case you come for me. When I say I got beef, they don't want no beef. When they say they got beef, they don't wanna eat. If you said they want, they don't want no steam. Put it on it. Had a bachelor's degree, PhD while selling. Fix the face and fix the weed. Now working on the self-esteem. Hit a block, yo this flock. Where you at? Pin it. My new map location be the block.
Any money in company, nah, baby. I don't know the company. You can't hang, baby. We don't want you around here. Ice on my neck in this froze. Santa's reindeer. You got bad. It's the same here. Bad company, little bro. You can't hang here. Getting money, so the keep on coming. Phone ringing, so you know the jumping. They looking at me. He owe me some money. Hit him with the night crumping. Whitey playing games. They don't want no problems with me. My got good. You know I brought them. Might not hit a bad. Someone send them. Well, opposition, they move wrong. So I
dog shades, too much. I could barely see them. Acting brand new like I don't see it when I do. Who them folks? Who want too close? Give me room, phony folks. Play it close, do the most, don't they? Bad company, that's bad for your company. Bad company, that's bad for your company. Mad cow disease, now you in a ton of beef. Tucked underneath my new blue Dunkaroos. Flintstone, bust down, color Murakami. Fruity Pebble, Basil, Wilma, Betty, Fred, and Barney. Bad from out of town, I think she model Abercrombie. Wrist game, Lucky Charmy, told my jeweler leprechaun. I'ma come clean, I got beef. Paranoia got me rolling in my sleeves, okay. dating cause I'm upping up the fees. Whole team got these on their tees all day. I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I upped it, I'ma squeeze.
I'm above average.
Look at you go. Okay, you better. Look. Go. Go. Look at you go. Okay, you bubbling. Look. Yeah. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booger bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a laser, my posse deep and I raiding. We act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me, bet on my bacon. Big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah. Super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides I can shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, about the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'ma step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you wanna stuff for. Money, that machine. They fell down my stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte black, liquor clean. Dead presents in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Patience thinner than a pantyhose.
Over here and empty your pockets. I don't do that. In my prison, you do what I tell you to. Get over here. He's gonna get nasty.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
Hey, this that Eastside Johnny Big Redemption like. Know what I'm talking about? Hold up. Whoa. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah. You either with me or against me, though. You either with me or win. Curve everything else. Win. These ops ain't win. Start chasing that. Win. Big J Rock go. On 10. Exit at 4. Bring friends. Matt Black 2 dope. Jump in. You might wanna keep score. I win. Forearm tattoos. That's squad. All of them go. Don't try. I walk in room. They eyes wide. Bird out
tap dance all on them. And your diamonds like tap water, that drip way too foggy. These VVS is way awesome. Park CLS for drop to your death without warning. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah. You either with me or against me though. You either with me or win. Win, 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 win. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win. These I'm saying. Win, 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 win. Start chasing that. Win, 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 win. You clowns really don't stay outside when I play outside. I put the beats on them like Dre outside. I got the bow side and LA outside. And if you act bad, I bring the outside. Go and get your money. None of my know some funny. I can tell real by who you're running with. I'm all in the field, duck hunt. Hit my just the and he was like boop. Here. Knew just what it was. The whole and gave it back, boop. Yeah. 9/11, no malice, baby. But no violence, baby. My got callous, baby. My bare knuckles got talent, baby. I'm all in the wind with it. On Deuce line, I've been with it. She too fine, I've been crashed 2 times. I limo tinted my new ride. I'm riding with the 12 better not pull me over. Championship going dumb. Nothing to something I won. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah. You either with me or against me though. You either with me or win. Win, 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 win. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win. These I'm saying. Win, 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 win. Start chasing that. Win, 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 win.
Pulling up in that new toy, the wrist on that boy, rock star like Pink Floyd, waving at rude boy, I'm waving at you boy, ran off on the 2 like True Goy, imagine me do boy, you could never do what I do boy, still ducking that I did boy, in Paris for a hit boy, these ain't the same type of hits boy, can get boy, you don't take these type of risks, boy, cause this boy been throwing that like rich boy, you miss, boy. Your numbers don't add up on the, that was 10 years ago. If you know, you know. Yeah. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. This thing of ours, oh, this thing of ours. Her fraternity of ringing off. I just happen to be alumni. Too legit, they still looking at me with one eye. The company I keep is not corporate enough. Child, you ain't orphan enough. A rapper turn can morph into us, but a turn rapper can morph into Puff. Dance contest for the I predict Al Roker. If you know, you know. I only ever looked up to you all get a bird. This Oprah. Players in ball shorts, coaching from the side of the ball court. If you know, you know. One stop like a Walmart. We got the for the wrong sport. If you know, you know. If you know about the port, though it's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we for circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know. You ever been hit with the water, then had to wait? Do you walk away? If you know, you know. When we all clicking like Golden State, and you and your team are the motorcade. If you know, you know. Been granting wishes like a genie to bad in 2-piece bikinis. I've been hiding where you can see me. The skybox is right next to Riri's. Solely responsible for showing rappers how to stand on the front lines when started throwing bands. Where were you when Big brought the Tigers in? Cause I was busy earning stripes like a tiger skin. Players in ball shorts, coaching from the side of the ball court. If you know, you know. One stop like a Walmart. We got the for the wrong sport. If you know, you know. If you know about the support them, though it's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we for circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. So, hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis. That's light.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing...
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. Now a play fake here on first down. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Foles. Caught Eifert over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, you know, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the others, you said, have a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now Foles, and the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. And this Jacksonville Jaguar defense, Charles, they have a lot riding on the youngster Jalen Ramsey.
As you well know, he was my #1 player coming out of the 2016 draft. I loved his versatility. The big question mark, is he enough of a ball hawk? Didn't have very many interceptions in college, but boy, he does everything else that you want. Runs, hits, wraps up on his tackles. He's going to start on the corner for the Jaguars.
Now he'll go deep down the middle. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15. Before they drop it.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Used to have a coach who tells us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
A give. This is Kelly. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. Foles. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And this one is incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And that takes us from second to third down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. They'll set up to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As you and I know from visiting a lot of camps, no one practices this type of a start, do they?
Especially not on the road. You give up the touchdown on the opening drive. Now there's likely a 3-and-out on your first possession.
Yeah, you throw that incompletion there. You hate to fall into a hole early, especially on the road. Got to be careful.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Malik Jackson coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Open man is Uzama. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got it to Hearns. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him a gain of 37.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back and He's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And our statistician, Ben Ramsauer, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
First try for the right arm of Dalton here. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, looks like they were thinking the same thing you were. You mentioned maybe being able to hit him with some screens, but they were ready.
Yeah, it's not just the guys who have the headsets on offense that do the thinking, right? They saw, they understood what they did, and said, you know something, how would you try to play it against it?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Auden Tate, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Now Forbath for the extra point. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with a Bengals score. Forbath out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Somebody's... Play calls. I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on fourth.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth. And you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it. Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. Well, how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll look to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And they'll go on the ground. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, it all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Patriot!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. Now a handoff looking right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Now, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Play fake. Here's Dalton. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So Dalton now. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And Forbath will put this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to fire one deep over. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And able to find Alan Lazard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll set up a throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
False start, offense.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Still
That's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle it up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Back to throw here. Rolling to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. Back to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. So the magic runs out, so to speak. They were 3 for 3 on 4th down conversions, now 3 for 4.
So the defense finally gets to exhale.
Yeah.
Because they were wondering, 3 for 3 getting converted on 4th down. That percentage is way high. They hadn't stopped them at all. Finally, they get a stop. They can get to the sidelines now and rest a little bit.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They go play action here on 1st down. Open man is Uzama. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll run with Walton. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Going for it all. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Forbath will put this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Here we go now. 3-19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.Y. McGill in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Walton, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go. We're good.
They run again with Walton. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw is incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Jaguars on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left. He's got a man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Alan Lazard, 43 yards. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This will be fielded at the 8. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th.
Automatic first down.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further.
Holding. Offense.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a carry for Walton, and he stopped immediately there. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They go back to Walton. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he rifles one incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Back to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22. And the spike comes here, and that stops the clock at 25 seconds. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll drop the throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL.
I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the demon on flat. I got it in the back. Ladies, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the man. I'm a K back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. I can stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the Jordan, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, my we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, my we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out. Yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I got my... I go to hotels when I step out. Yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a... Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happen when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life and then the aping. I live with birds from here. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, from the back of the... I got a girl, Brad. She go to battleship. I live with birds from here. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, from the back of the... I got a girl, Brad. She go to battleship.
Hoping I ain't lose religion, texting prayer hands, hope the message sending on. Know I've been blessed, I've been seeing prophets, mustard yellow shirts, louder than the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling out of body, safe to say the man got me on. Can you hear me?